Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and this is the Asus ROG Strix Fusion 500, a 7.1 surround sound gaming headset that's compatible with Mac, PlayStation 4, and PC. Yeah, Mac, really. Unbelievable. Now, I have done an unboxing video, I'll link to it in the description below, and I'd recommend checking out because it shows you what's in the box and what you get included. Also has a rather fancy box that's worth looking at, and it's good quality. So that makes for an interesting video. Or you'll also see the swappable ear cups. This comes with protein ear cups as standard, which is basically faux leather, and you can swap them out for hybrid ones, and it's easily swappable, and I'll show you that demonstrated in the unboxing video. But the highlights of this are it's a 7.1 RGB, where you can see the lighting on the back here, headset, but the highlight is really the fact that it's 24-bit 96 kilohertz audio, so it gives you that high quality audio. It's got a built-in amplifier and a digital to analog converter, which is meant to be high grade and compares with the SteelSeries Arctis Pro plus Game DAC, which I reviewed previously, and I'll go into that in a bit more detail later on, because you can, with this headset, you can turn your Windows settings all the way up to get the best quality audio. It has a 32 ohm impedance, 20 to 20,000 hertz frequency response, and a digital microphone. Those are the other main highlights, but really it's all about the jazz and the comfort. Now, I have previously reviewed the Fusion 300, which is another version of this headset. This is the obviously improved version. It's still wired. Now, I'll quickly go into that because this is a braided cable, which I'm a big fan of if you've seen any of my previous videos. It's 2 meters long, which I don't think is long enough. I've found plugging this into the back of my machine, you get that horrible tugging, and my machine is only just down there, so it's not very far away. So it is plugged into the front. Another downside I've found is in a number of ports during a number of activities, I've found there's a bit of a low frequency buzzing in the left ear cup, and I can hear it now if I'm quiet, and it's quite off-putting, and it's not very good. It's a bit problematic. I don't know if I've got a duff unit or if this is a problem across the board, but it's quite irritating, and you can hear it. It's very low frequency, so if there's music and sounds playing, you can't necessarily hear it, but it is there. The other thing is on the side, you'll see I've left the stickers on so you can see what the action is, but there is a touch plate here which basically gives you access to a bunch of media controls. Now, if you watch the unboxing video, you'll see me trying to use these, and I really struggle with it. You're meant to be able to press in the middle to play music, and then you can skip by swiping back and forwards and turn the volume up and down in the same way. The problem is there's no bubbles, there's no tactile interface on that at all. It is a smooth and shiny panel, which basically makes it very difficult to tell whether you're pressing it correctly, and I honestly found it real pain to turn it up and down. I'd much rather have a volume wheel on there. Now, the microphone is pretty good quality, as you can see from the audio here. It also bends about nicely, and folding it up also mutes it, so there's that. The ear cushions are really deep, so that basically means that it blocks out a lot of the external noise. Now, if you want a deeper look into the ear cushions and the speakers, I recommend again watching the unboxing video, because I take the ear cushion off and you can see what's happening underneath. It's got some nice big 50mm drivers, so it's quite capable of being quite loud, which is good. Connects to your computer via micro USB to USB cable. That's the only connection. There's no 3.5mm on it. As you can see from the design, we look on this side, it's very shiny, which is probably going to be a massive fingerprint magnet. The RGB lighting is quite subtle as well compared to other headsets I've tested out, which is a good thing or a bad thing depending on what floats your boat. Now, one downside I've found is that the lighting is meant to sync. Now, you can sync it with other 500 headsets from an app. Obviously, I haven't been able to test that because I don't have multiple headsets available, but I think that's basically aimed at esports teams, so they could all have the same colours on the headsets. Whether that's something you'd be interested in or not, I think that's got a quite limited audience to it. One disappointing factor I found is the Asus keyboard and mouse comes with the ROG Armory software, which allows you to light sync across the mouse and keyboard range. This headset does not appear within that software. It's not recognized by it, so you can't sync the lights with the keyboard and a mouse, which is kind of disappointing. Although, to be honest, I've always thought RGB lighting on headsets is kind of pointless because I can't see it so why would I want it other than showing other people? And to be honest, I game on my own anyway, so it's not really a big deal. The comfort is definitely there. It's got a nice padded head top to it, good solid design as you can see, and it's nice and extendable, so there's plenty of room there. The design isn't too garish. It's pretty understated, apart from being shiny on the sides. But there's that. Whereas some of the other previous headsets from Asus have been very in your face, this one is not like that at all. Depends what floats your boat again in that regard. I think highly of the Centurion and the Strix 7.1, which I've reviewed previously, and they have a much more sort of in your face design, but I still think that's better. But those are better quality headsets, I think. Now, going back to the high-res audio, one highlight of the audio is that these ear cups do block out a lot of noise. They're very big, they're very deep, they fit over the ear well, the cushions are attached to your head nicely, clamped down thanks to this headset design. That means that you block out a lot of the external noise and you can hear what's going on in the game rather than what's going on in the environment. The downside for that is I often find, as you can probably tell from this video, that I'm shouting or making my voice louder in order for it to be heard by my friends on Discord, or even just talking to other people playing online, or whatever I'm using it for, whether it's on Skype or Slack or whatever else. So you probably need to use the listen functionality within Windows to be able to hear your own voice, which isn't a default setting. Or on the headset on the back is a recessed 7.1 button where you can switch it. You'll see in the unboxing video, you can see that there. I find it a bit tricky to find. It's not immediately, it's not very prominent. I can't even find it now. Working my way around the back there, and the audio on it is pretty good, and it is, as I said, a higher res audio headset, so it does give a good quality of sound. Now, if you're wondering how that stacks up with other headsets I've tested, I must say that the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Plus Game DAC offers a much better quality sound to it, much better, far superior. If you're looking for the best, then that is probably it. If you're looking for the high-res ones, the other options are the Cyrus Sound Key to upgrade your current headphones if they're 3.5mm jack. That's a video that I've done before. You can check that out, and I've also seen some other high-res headsets that are worth looking at. That said, this is a fairly decent one, and it is a lot cheaper than the SteelSeries, so it has that going for it. Plus, it also will work on PlayStation 4 if that's your bag. So those are the options. That said, it's not wireless. There's no Bluetooth functionality apart from to be able to get the lighting working, which I haven't bothered with in great depth, to be honest. The volume controls are a bit finicky. Mic mute's easy enough, but it'd just be really nice to have a volume wheel on there, because I don't like this touch plate design. Although it's great in theory, it just doesn't work that well, I've found. Now, it could be that I'm a clumsy, awful user, and maybe you'll have a better experience and I'm wrong, but that is my opinion of it, and I don't like it. I wish it was tactile. If you could feel the buttons, I think it would be better, even if it was just little bumps, but there's nothing. It's just a smooth interface there. As for software, there literally isn't anything going on. You get one little tiny bit of software, which is called Aurora Peripheral, which basically allows you to change the lighting effects between static, breathing, and color cycle, and change the type of colors on that. But that's it. Like I said, it doesn't pair up with the ROG Armory software, so that's kind of disappointing. So really, I mean, this isn't the best Asus headset I've tried. I've tried some other ones which I'm much more impressed with the sound quality on. It is good though. The directional audio is pretty spot on, and the access to the high-res audio is obviously a highlight. So, swings and roundabouts. The price is quite reasonable. It's currently available at around £134, which is pretty decent for a 7.1 surround sound headset, especially with high res audio. So I suppose it's up to you at the end of the day. The option to swap out the ear cups is a good one, certainly, if you get that in the box, and the ability to be able to do that is pretty cool. So that gives you the option depending on what you want. Like I said, the ear cups are also really deep and comfortable, so that's definitely a highlight. Anyway, this has been the Provoked Prawn. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please let me know in the comments below if there's anything you thought was awful and you'd like some help with the headset or have any other questions. And please like, subscribe, and come back for more in future.